Yeah, this is called the Community Comet. It is a community garden of fruit and vegetables. It came together, it's a partnership with a number of community members. There are two churches involved, the Christian Reform and Gary, the pastor, is right over there in the purple. Also the United Church represented, that where Gary Clark is at, and Kathy Douglas are involved. 1419 and the Center for Rural Creativity are also involved in this. We hope to get the festival involved and others. But the idea is to create this, it's a work of art, but it's going to be a practical garden with fruits and vegetables that we can share. And hopefully get a lot of people involved. The idea of the educational component, having elders mentoring younger people who don't know about gardening, don't know about the whole notion of putting a seed in the ground and watching it grow and then harvesting that. So there's a lot of different moving parts and components to it, but ultimately it's also creating something vital in a place that was once the heart of the community, this school. So in this area there is going to be something that will be living, breathing, moving, growing, and for all of us I think that's really exciting. And for me and for us at 1419 and the Center for Rural Creativity, one of the ideas when people come from away, or if people even from here are participating in documentary film or in fashion arts or in whatever they're doing, that they will at some point in their experience put their hands into soil. What makes the Center for Rural Creativity unique, I think, is the land that we are standing on. And that soil has created the communities, all the communities around here, in one way, agricultural, either directly or indirectly, through agriculture. So an artist who comes here, or somebody who's coming here to give a talk, or someone who's coming here for a conference, we want them to experience the soil. And so this garden really is a step in that direction for me. It's a philosophy, it's a belief that if you do that, you're going to have a unique experience, and you're going to have I hope, at least a little deeper understanding of what it is, what the land is, and what the land means. And by watching something grow, or by harvesting it, a greenhouse we'll eventually put up, or even learning how to can something, or learning how to make bread from an elder in the community, those kinds of things, that transference of knowledge is actually key to it as well.
My name's Dave Rankin. I'm the designer of the Community Comet garden project here. So the criteria, the basis behind the design is I wanted to follow patterns that are found in nature. So fluid patterns, air patterns, and water patterns. As these emulate the patterns of nature and sort of get us locked into this idea that we live in an interconnected world and universe. And all of the patterns in the labyrinth itself are spiral. So as the person approaches the labyrinth, which is also the garden, so it's a double function here, they're constantly moving in spiral patterns, going clockwise and counterclockwise and back to clockwise until they reach the center of the garden. All the areas in the garden are accessible, they're within arm's reach, so it's easy to maintain. The garden itself gives structure to the labyrinth. The pathways are just grass, so we try to use as much natural material as possible in constructing it. So here we are at the end of day one, and we've already achieved far more than I had dreamed of. We gridded out the area, we used our scaled map to lay out the labyrinth and the rest of the garden, and we're already into cutting the sod off, and we've planted the first 3 fruit trees too at the center of the labyrinth. So stay tuned for our next installment as we finish off the garden and then start the planting process, and you'll see things growing, and by August we'll be harvesting.